Okay, here we are. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 9 a.m. for me, at least. And they dropped the snapshot. Oh my goodness. So we're going to be going over the last week's snapshot as well, just because I missed that. But here we are in this week's snapshot. As you can see in the corner, 22W20 24 2046A 2046. That's the new cyberpunk. But hello, we are here, we are back. Now we're gonna go back into our experimental world. Don't care about that. Let us go. Okay, so if you don't know, this is our experimental world. Let's actually see if this is a bug that got fixed. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna press this, and as you can see, they're still sprinting, right? Are they gonna keep sprinting or something like that? What is gonna happen if we load back up the world? I doubt they'll keep sprinting, but we'll see. Nope. Yeah. Okay. So they didn't fix the thing where they get stuck in dash mode. So that's a thing that they'll fix later, I think, probably. But here's the new thing that's pretty fun. Da-da-dun. Oh yeah. Look at this. Nothing happened. Okay. What? What the heck? What happened there? Hello? Okay. What? I'm confused. Where are all these books coming from? What the heck? Did they... Okay. So there's new changes to Chiseled bookshelves, but apparently something is wrong with these. I don't understand. Okay, so maybe the data got wiped for him and now they're a little bit different. Okay. So, oh, forgot. Gotta open to land. I keep getting thrown off by this. This is like way lower than before, I think. Got that. Turn off to creative, and now we're back in this mode. Now we can go into... Actually, let's go back into creative mode. Let's delete that. And I'll just put these back in the chesto here. And then we can do this. And the new thing that's in this snapshot that's pretty great is that you can choose which spot of the table of the chiseled bookshelf to actually grab the item from, which means that now you can actually take a signal, right? You can actually take a signal from the spot that you're looking for instead of having it be like, what is it called? What am I clicking? Instead of it being like, oh, you have to go from 6 to 5 to 4, or like you have to, you basically, when you choose a slot and it's empty, right, it would basically be like this, right? Actually, can I just put them in different slots? Yes, I can. Okay, good. But how it was before is that it was sequential, right? So if you were to click on the bookshelf on any tile, right, you would actually just get the last tile, and now you can't do that. You can't actually grab that. You have to actually click on it to grab it, and then that would activate 4, and basically you can only fill back in 4. Right before, like before, or you could take it and then you could basically just, you could take 4 or B5 because you could just add 5 right there, right? But now you can just take it from anywhere, which means you can activate any sort of contraption with it. Okay, so if you don't know how chiseled bookshelves work at this time, if you had a thing like this, you can go to, what is it called? You can go to 6 here, right? So if I put something at 6, it means I interacted with number 6, right? And so this one is on. And if I take it out, then I still interacted with number 6, and nothing changed. But if I interact with number 2, it will change to number 2 right there. It goes all the way on there. And take it out. It's the last spot that you interacted with, not not the book where the book is, right? It's the, what is it called? It's the last slot you interacted with. So that's how these chiseled bookshelves work. Hey Sierra, how's it going? Hey, Jose, how's it going? They definitely were planning this from the start. Yes. I think they had like a little thing where it's just like if you don't know, Minecraft is a 3D game. Targeting in 3D can be quite difficult to code, especially if you're targeting one or more blocks, right? Or within one block, I mean. I was admittedly kind of worried that there was going to be some technical limitation, which means they couldn't do this and do it in an optimized way. So I'm super happy they got it working. And also, I love to see. I also love knowing how to spiel. Well, now spiel more. But now you could just make these bookshelves like very, very like what is it called? Very, very scattered, right? Like instead, like this gives a lot more building opportunities, right? Like for anybody building like these massive amount of bookshelves that are just like, oh, they're half full or they're all full and stuff like that. This is very good in my opinion. Super, super nice, because you've got the whole redstone functionality all worked out, and now you've got this. Now the only way you can actually do it sequentially anymore is just have it be from a filter right now, right? Because you can still like do it sequentially based on like that, but like here it's just like, okay, this goes into a queue, right? And then the hopper below does a first in first out kind of thing, right? So it just only takes the first book instead of taking the last book, which is an interesting move. I'm not sure if that's the greatest solution, but if you do pick a book out of it, it will replace that, but it will just it will basically pull out the first book there, which is how it works with other containers. I'm not sure if that should work like this, but it's more consistent across all containers, you know. Hey Joshua Way, hey Tito, hey Centra, how's it going? Have we seen the new bamboo textures yet? No, we haven't, and we will now. I forgot about this. Like, okay, so there has been some changes. So actually, yeah, there have been some changes to the regular planks or the regular bamboo plank, which is why I'm bringing it out. So it should be more consistent with other bamboo textures or other plank textures. And I think it is. I'm not sure how consistent. Did it change the, what is it called? Mosaic bamboo, or is it all the same? I feel like, yeah, it might connect better. I'm not sure, but I think this texture is definitely more replicated in the bamboo now. Yeah, if you put it like this, right, you can definitely see like it's different, right? But it's okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, because you got those little like slats there that differentiate it. Although you can differentiate it by color, of course, right? So yeah, that's cool, I think. And now we got the new bamboo blocks, which are the stripped bamboo and the block of bamboo. Now, in the last snapshot, these were actually like the same top, and people complain about that. And now they aren't the same top, which I think makes sense, just because if you get bamboo right, you do this, they're pretty green, right? These things are pretty green. And how do you make these? You get a crafting table, right? And you do this, you get a 9x9, and that's how you do it, right? So it gets a little bit less green, but overall it's just less green. And now stripping it will remove that top, and now you have different textures that you can use for the side of blocks, right? So you can do this, right? You can make a wall that's more green, or you can make a wall that is more yellow, right? So if you ever want these textures on your wall, you can always place them like that, and you won't confuse them. So that's really good, I think. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Hopefully my thing arrives today. That's one of the reasons I woke up this morning. The lines were vertical before. I don't understand. I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by the lines were vertical before? Did you mean like on the side or on the? I don't know. Oh, were they not matching with the previous textures? Also, you know, I built this thing a while ago, and we didn't have these like pillared bamboo stuff, so we can actually change it out with that, and I think it would look cool, better. But that was before we had all that stuff, right? So let's go into more of this stuff now. If you knew back in the older times, back in the older snapshots, we actually had to craft the signs with the planks, but now since we do have the strip bamboo stuff, it will be replaced with the strip bamboo. So instead of getting like 2 or 3 signs now, we can get a full own 6, right? So that is good. That is nice. And you know, you get all these bamboos in this spot, right? And then you do that. But I think you can just like let's get ourselves a, what is it called? An axe. Let's get ourselves an axe. I think you can just strip it in the inventory. I'm not sure if you have to strip it. No. Okay, you can't just strip it in the inventory. So you actually do have to like place it down and then strip it, right? Yeah. Okay. So if you want a lot of those signs, you have to strip it in your inventory like that. But I don't think there's a wood block for it. Yeah, there's no wood block for it. So if you don't know, you can actually take the stripped logs, right? Strip logs like this, and you can make the wood blocks, the stripped variant of the wood blocks there. So there is no wood block for the stripped bamboo, so you can't do that. So basically, you're kind of stuck with this, but you can still make I think you can still make planks out of this, yeah, by actually just placing 1 in here, and it will just give you 2 planks per each. So that is okay. You can get all the planks you need like that. And plus, if you do that, which means that the conversion rate is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Actually, do you have to strip them to get planks? No, you don't. So you don't have to strip them to get planks, but you have to strip them to get the stripped ones in order to make the hanging signs, right? So you do that, that's that, and then you can make a chest. That's how the conversion works there. I think they were vertical. They need to saturate the bamboo block a little bit more. I think it's fine. I think it's fine because they did the whole scaffolding thing, right? They actually made it more they actually made the texture more in line with it, more in line with the colors here. So you might notice a difference with scaffolding in the next update, but it's gonna be very slight. It's gonna be a very slight like difference, right? So I think it looks okay. I think it looks better. Maybe you might say that it lacks some saturation just because we are in a desert or something like that, where the colors are not so poppin'. We can go in spectator mode and go over into this Badlands biome. You know, that's okay, right? I don't think that's too bad, right? I think that's okay. I think that could definitely fit in some builds, right? Like, is that not worthy for you? But I think it's really good. In my humble opinion, yes, yeah, I do like it. I really do. I don't think it needs to be more saturated. I don't think I'd want the scaffolding to be more saturated than it actually is right now, right? Please see the mob heads. We will see the mob heads. So, here's the new thing that everybody's been clamoring about because they made a whole post about it. The piglin head. Hey, yo, what's up? Look at this thing. Okay, so they've got some blocks out front. Like, this is something that they've done before, right? So, the Ender Dragon... I don't know. It's just called Dragon Head, huh? So, it's not the Ender Dragon Head. They do have some stuff popping out from the top, right? Like this one is actually like 2 pixels wide on the top as well. Although I think is the Ender Dragon head? Yeah. They're not like full blocks. They're not like 16 by 16 pixels. But they do have that hitbox there. Yeah. It's a smaller hitbox, so you can't actually see the what is it called? The hitbox of this because it is going above it, but it has the same normal head hitbox. just like this one. But yeah, you can see this. This looks very, very similar to the heads that you do see on not zombified, regular piglins, right? And so you can get all the mob heads out in here. Although it didn't get the skeleton because it's a skull. These are skulls, not heads. Oh, I thought that was like a thing where you got like, oh, you got all of them. But no, we got all the heads here, right? And now we got the piglin head. We can delete that. But yeah, look at that. We got all of them. And really the only two ones that are like outliers that are different models than the rest and not just different textures is the piglin head and the, what is it called? The Ender Dragon head. Now we can go into Nether and actually kill a zombie a piglin. Because if you want to do this, right, if you want to get a piglin head, you should do it in the Nether. The reason why is because you'd have a small time in the overworld before they change it to zombified piglin to kill them with a chiseled creeper. Chiseled creeper. This creeper is buff as heck, man. What is it called? Charge creeper, yes. So well, let's go and what is it called? Set block at my position. Nether portal. There we go. Okay, we're going in Nether. Good. And now we get a charge creeper. Now you can get your charge creeper however you want. You just have to put it through the portal and then maybe just have a way to remove it from the portal in a safer manner. So I can't actually, like, okay. So apparently you can't there's no charge creeper egg. Huh, okay, so I guess we'll just summon some lightning, and then we'll get a piglin. Piglin spawn egg, and then we'll do this, and we'll get ourselves a flint and steel, right? And then we'll light up that creeper. Like it's no tomorrow. There we go, okay. Summon lightning. There we go. Oh, don't die. Then we get a piglin, right? Actually, I'm not sure how thick this is. You saw it, right? You saw it. It worked. He was there. The head was there. Let's do it again. Let's actually do it again. Okay. Let's see there. Do it like that. We'll get the piglin again, and it's gonna die. There we go. Hey, piglin head. It's there. Look at me, piglin head. Show me your eyes. Okay, there we go. We got the piglin head, and now let's see what it looks like on us. Hey, what's going on? I think this would be this is definitely a little fun head to troll with, right? Just to get the piglin head, plus the ears move. Actually, let's go back into the overworld here and actually see if, like, it can be activated with redstone like the Ender Dragon. If you don't know, the Ender Dragon could be can make the head move like that. And now nothing's happening with the piglin head, but maybe, yeah, the ears move. Oh my goodness, that's great actually. Oh, that's pretty good. They don't move in, like, what is it called, at the same cycle. But they do move. That's pretty nice. I mean, nothing else does this, right? But let's check out the note block stuff. Okay, so those are all cool and all, but now we got note block functionality with them. So, oh, let's remove these chiseled bookshelves from underneath them. And then let's play them. And also, I'm going to move my music and sound all the way to something that I can hear, because I don't really want to put on my headphones here. Hey. And a lot of the mobs have different ambient sounds per mob, so yeah. Now I don't know Yeah, the Steve is not gonna do anything. Oh, I can just click it. I don't have to power it. No, this is horrible now. I'm just imagining people just spamming this now. Okay, I'm done listening to it through my own thing here. No. When people get one creeper head, the power will go straight to their heads. Oh, that's great though. That's actually pretty good. So, one thing that we didn't do in the last snapshot stream is, or the last snapshot, is because we didn't stream it. We're going to summon our Vex with no AI. There we go. And so it is here. It is nice. You can take the damage right there. Oh no, he's coming in to attack it. No. Oh, you can't reach him. Dang. Okay. The Vex has a new model. It is no longer that floating player model with wings. Now it's more akin to the Allay, and we can just put in an Allay here, right? To make it more consistent, because basically the lore is that the Illagers converted the Allays by trapping them and then doing experiments on them, right, at their woodland mansions, right? So as you can see, there are some differences here where the wings are a little bit more frayed there. The underside is no longer semi-glowy, right, or semi-transparent. It is all it is all not transparent. Also, their what is it called? Their arms are a little bit more bulky on the Vex, right? And their eyes are drooped down on the Vex and has angry eyebrows, right? So those are some differences with the models there. So they're not a one-for-one copy, but it makes more sense that they'd be able to like hold and wield like the, what is it called? Swords now. Only swords. They can only attack you now, which is interesting. Oh, I died, right? I was like, look at me, Piglin, but no. Okay, so let's go over some other stuff. Also, tell me what you want to see, so I might just skip over to it. Oh, I did. That's not the head spot. Yes, this is the head spot. I can make Piglin noises real easily now, right? That's me talking right now. Name is Wolfhate that Crane. Hello. Okay, me. I think we're blocking the match there. Whoever sucks is supposed to be different block. Hey Janik, how's it going? Put in your armor slot and walk around and go. Feed out the cool. What does feed out the cool mean? Like something new out of the new bamboo blocks. Can't hear you at all. Oh, sorry about that. I've just been grunting my whole life as a big one here. Oh, very, very interesting. Okay. Sorry for that. I forget how loud like the Java sounds are, but like I said, that we can actually just replace some of this bamboo here with the pillared bamboo. Well, it's not really pillared, but it's a stripped log. You know what I mean? So we can do that. Like that is. I mean, I think that already looks better, right? Like, it's already, like, I already had the green, like, frog lights in there. That's pretty, the ochre frog lights, I mean. Not green, they're ochre. No, they're not ochre. It's verdant, right? Yeah, verdant. And then the ochre is the, what is it called? Is the yellowish one, and the Purple is something else. I forgot. Their names. Pearlescent. Yes. Okay. Yeah. But I think that looks okay. I think that looks better. You know. Very interesting. It's a very interesting block, right? Like I could make this look different, a lot different, if you want me to. But yeah. Mojang made a big mistake adding those mead sounds, head sounds. Yes, those head sounds are very, very. I mean, the only two that you can actually get in the world that are placeable by blocks is the skeleton head and the Ender Dragon head, right? Because those ones can be found in the world placed as blocks, and then you can mine them, right? You can find these in ancient cities. You can find these in end cities, right? Wither skeleton skulls, pretty easy once you get a looting sword and a smite sword, right? Creeper heads, zombie heads, and skeleton heads. I mean, and piglet heads. You have to blow up them, and charge creepers are not that fun, to be honest, to play around with. Even though like you can get some good heads and stuff like that, they're not the best, I'd say. The new hay blocks, you can make bamboo, make like a dope hut. Interesting. But yeah, okay. Let's go over the stuff from the 22W45A snapshot. Next to the new look, wild update music has been tweaked to be slightly less loud. While opening, shulker boxes will pop off of blocks which are attached to open-faced. So, this has actually been changed so that I think these might not be changed. But let's get a shulker box. I'm not sure if this was like an oversight or whatever, right? But these didn't pop off in the previous snapshot. No. Okay. But previously, if you ever played with shulker boxes at all, you can put torches on them, right? And they wouldn't disappear after a little but now they do, right? They pop off. They pop right off. So that goes for a lot of blocks that need a surface to mount on. Otherwise they will just pop off, or they can just pop off in general, right? Just because the surface isn't mountable, or it's just like, what is it called? It interacts with or it intersects with the hitbox, right? So yeah, that's a new thing that they changed there in the last snapshot. So teleport team member option, inspector menu only shows viable target players. Added the operator items tab in the controls menu, which is off by default. So as you can see, there is no operators tab here. And if you go into accessibility settings, I think, right? Is it controls? Yeah, it controls. For some reason, it's in controls. You can activate it there, and then you can get the operator utilities. And basically, you just see this, right? You see all of this. The structure block wasn't in here before, and you get all the light levels without having to go into the NBT data or summon an NBT data of a different light. And I think they might have changed some of the textures here. So you got the light blocks, you got all the light blocks at your disposal here, right? And all the command blocks. But if we go back to controls and turn it off, you won't be able to see it. And you won't be able to see it even if it's on if you're not opt. So that's a thing, right? They should have added if a player died by charge creeper, it should drop the player head with the player's skin. No, you see, that's an okay idea, but you should probably try to get it another way, because in hardcore worlds that would not be possible at all. If you try to die in hardcore, that would not be possible. Oh, he's just sat down underneath the lay. There we go. Okay. So, and then they just list creative inventory changes. As you can see, this is how it is at this moment. Also, is there still that bug with the programmer art in the new menu? Yes. Yes, there is still that bug with the programmer art in the new menu. Okay. We'll go back. Resource packs, programmer art, done. And also for 1.19.3 for this snapshot 46A, we have a new thing called telemetry data collection. So this includes all this data for world loaded and world unloaded, right? These are required things, right? These are not something that you can change, right? But you can change data collection to all, and then you'll get more underneath here. And I can't scroll down because with scroll wheel. So this is what it will give you for an optional thing, right? This is what they will add on to if you do data collection all, right? So there we go. That's world load times and performance metrics. But the things that they need from you are the world loaded and world unloaded stats. So if you want to do it, if you want to collect all or collect minimal, you can do that right there. And you can also open your data or give feedback on it, whatever you want to do there, right? So that's a new thing. It gives you more transparency and more control. There has been. I hope they fix it. I use that texture pack. Oh no, he's sitting right in front of me. Also, the Vex has the same hitbox as before. They didn't change the hitbox to match with the Allays hitbox. They kept it as the same Vex hitbox as before, even though the texture, the model has changed. So that's a thing that has not changed, but everything else has. Okay, there's a lot of other technical changes and stuff, but I don't think we'll be going over them. There is really... let's see. Let me actually look through this for a little bit. Horses can suffocate through nether portals. Oh yeah, that's a bug. But it shouldn't happen anymore. Let's get a horse. Horse. And this also should apply to, this also should apply to, like, what is it called? Yeah, didn't go through suffocation. Usually the suffocation happens on 2 wide portals. So, and it should happen with camels as well, right? It shouldn't happen with camels, I mean. Yeah. I think they died? I think the horse died? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it despawned. Very interesting. But yeah, they shouldn't suffocate anymore, so if you don't know how people used to or how people still stop it, they make it like they make it wider, or if they don't want to make it wider, they just clear out a bunch more blocks around, so that when you go into this dimension, you can just push them out of the block, and they'll get pushed into non-solid blocks, and they won't be suffocated, right? Lag, yes, lag. These hitbox won't change because they made it on purpose so that we'd be easy to kill them. So this is so the Vex hitbox thing is a thing that I think is gonna change when the combat snapshots begin again. It's just because the way that the combat snapshots ended with is that basically smaller hitboxes got a bigger range. It got a bigger range for where you can actually hit, and it would detect a hit on the hitbox, right? So not that. So basically, if you hit it like right here, right, even though you're not actually clicking on the hitbox, you would actually be able to hit it, because the smaller hitboxes would basically be a block big, right, compared to regular ones. So there's some tolerances there with the hitboxes. So for small things, but everything else, that is okay. Okay, so what am I doing here? I meant to press F3B. Yes. Okay. That's the thing there. Yeah, I guess that's all for all the small stuff in 45A. So let's go back and let's go to 46A. I was gonna say 45, 46. I'm gonna get out of full screen right now because it would just lower the window regardless. Okay, so now we're here. We're great. We're back. Yes. Okay. So the nether dimension has changed a little bit. So Enderman skeletons and Wither skeletons now only spawn at light level 7 and below. So they don't need full darkness, and this is just because since they could spawn, I think portals give off a light level of like 10 or whatever, right? Level something. They would just spawn inside portals in certain portal-based farms in the Nether, without having to do anything, right? You'd basically not have to do much to actually like spawn-proof the thing and stuff like that. So it was basically just basically free, free spawning platforms in the Nether, without having to move them somewhere or do anything much with it. So basically it just lowers the light levels where they can spawn, so they won't be spawning between light level 8 and 11 anymore, right? So yeah, that is the thing. Let's see what's next here. Blocks carried by Endermen now use loot tables to generate drops when killed. So I think this means that when you kill an Enderman, it might have a chance of not dropping that block, or it has a chance of dropping a variety of things when it's killed with that certain block in its inventory. So imagine like if a Enderman had like a diamond block in its hand, right? And you made it so that the loot table, if you kill an Enderman with a diamond block in its hand, it will drop some random loot, right? Or it, like that is not probably the diamond block, right? So I think it's a very interesting change. Whack the Enderman to whack the pinata. The Enderman is now a pinata, you know. Very nice, very nice. Changes to texture loading and stitching, translation files, and .mc meta are now including non-ASCII characters, encoded in UTF-8 directly instead of using escape sequences, which is a thing for anybody who is coding, programming. Yes, there's a ton of these iron golems now. Okay, and the telemetry events, like we just went over, yada yada. So yeah, that's a lot of the stuff. So here's the thing that's very interesting that we just went over, basically just by talking about it. Texture loading changes. So this actually makes it so that textures load in faster, but that means like some texture things might break. Especially mods that work with textures. So if you're planning to play this with the mod that like converts textures or does something with textures like shaders, just make sure that they have been updated to the right version and that they've got it fixed, or test it out on your single player worlds itself before heading on to multiplayer or anything like that, right? Or else you'll just see a void of nothingness or a lot of glitches, right? So basically, this just improved loading performance. So basically, any the texture files of the regular game and of resource packs should be loading faster, which means that if you ever had problems loading any textures, it will probably be alleviated, maybe. So this is actually a thing that they changed like 2 snapshots ago, but now they're telling us, because maybe it's finalized now, right? So very interesting. And there's a whole mountain of bug fixes on the end here, though I'm not really going to go over most of it. I'm going to read over the ones that I think are interesting. Enderman holding powdered snow bucket can drop a powdered snow bucket when killed. Okay. Squids use a new texture when using programmer art. Interesting. That was a bug. Players sometimes get stuck on the loading terrain screen after switching dimensions whilst dead. Loading terrain screen cannot close before 2 seconds have passed. Interesting. So your computer is faster than 2 seconds when it closes. Yeah, a lot of loading terrain screen things. Heights and skulls are placed backwards. Using glow ink sac on a hanging sign does not grant the advancement Glow and Behold. Crafting recipe for a bamboo hanging sign is unlocked by having any stripped block. Okay. And crystal knockback bug. You are prompted by your draft reports. Stacked items not showing creative inventory tab label. So I guess that means like if you had a stack item in here, it wouldn't show like 64 in the bottom right. So that's interesting. I think. Villagers and piglins can't close and open doors. Well, that would have been perfect. What is it called? Why can't I? Oh, I can't shift because I'm inside the block. It grew inside of me. um, there we go. Villagers and piglins can't open or close doors, which means that you could actually trap piglins, in villagers inside their homes in the last snapshot, I guess. Inventory menu has broken textures with programmer art enabled. That is still the case. It says that it was fixed, but no, it is not fixed. Walk animation speeds up greatly when tempted by food or chasing slimes. Game menu on the pause menu is clickable. Interesting. Okay, so can you try the fill biome command? Is that a thing in the changelog? Or did I just skip it? Oh, it is a thing. I skipped it. I thought it was part of the whole telemetry stuff. Okay. Fill biome command. Interesting. Fill biome. Changes the biome entries for an area. Note that biomes are not stored per block, so effective positions may not match input precisely. Okay. From to biome. Okay. One corner of the area to fill, and then the other corner of the area to fill, and then the biome to set. Okay. Interesting. So, what we're going to do now is, since you can see this is all desert, right? And basically, we're just going to put in some grass so that you know it's desert. And we're just going to fill in an area with grass here, right? You know the same old deserty colors of the grass, right? So now we go from here, right? Let's see. Fill biome. Like that. Let's do that. Then we can go up here. Fill biome. Like that. And then we can change it to something that's very different. Jungle, I think. Did that work? Oh, okay. That took a while to that took a little while to change, right? Very interesting. So, as you can see, it's jungle, but also we do have the biome blend stuff on. So you can see like the colors a little bit different there, right? Yeah. As you can see, the biome blend does that. It changes the color like that. Okay. So we'll turn off the biome blend at this moment. Where is that again? There we go. As you can see, yeah, biome is no longer completely blended, but there we go, right? What is this? Is this really still desert? What is this? I guess that's a weird biome blend thing. Okay. So that's how it changed. And now we can do the same thing again, right? Oh, rip. I accidentally went out of full screen right there. Desert. Like that. And that will update it, right? So now there's no weird biome blend thing. And they're all the same, right? They're all the same color. So it's a pretty easy thing, but it will still be subject to some biome blending, you know what I mean? Now no more world headed to change biomes, let's go. I mean, you're not going to be able to do like specific blocks, I think. I think it says it in the changelog right now. So it's just like it will still try to blend in that biome, right? With the other biomes around it. So you can't just have like, oh, this strip is going to be this biome, you know what I mean? So yeah, we can set it to something else. What is a different thing? Maybe dark forest. There we go. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird how the biome blend works. I think this is because the top block might actually be desert still. Maybe we have to go like this block up, right? So what we can do is actually just like go up to here, go up to here. Does that work? No, it doesn't. Okay. Very interesting how the biome blend works, I guess. Maybe we go more down with the other one. 66, something like that, right? Yeah, okay. So it was a down thing. So basically the block that... So you have to convert the block underneath it in order for the grass block on top of it to change. Okay. Interesting. But I didn't do that for the other stuff, did I? Huh. So you do have to convert a bigger area in order for all the grass to change to the same color. Okay. And then we can change it back to jungle, right? And then we can change it back. Okay. Was that is that a world border? I mean, is that a chunk border right there? Yeah, it is a chunk border. So it does have a little bit of lag there. Little bit of block update stuff. But then you can change it back to desert right there. Yeah. A little bit of lag. I don't know if it will eventually turn back into desert. I think you do have to get the block update a block order, or I can just press F3 and A. Yeah. Okay, so it's just a little bit of a visual bug there. So if I do F3 and A and reload all chunks, I will be able to see all the things changed. But when you do it yourself, maybe not all of it will change, which is interesting. That's definitely a bug. I think they'll definitely fix that. But yeah, anything else? Anything else anybody wants me to check out? Because I think that's basically it. Hello, I'm from the south. I think like 1.20 or 1.19.3 is turning out to be great. Just a lot of these bug fixes are going to come in through 1.19.3, but you'll be able to activate 1.20 features with the experimental data packs if you wish, but you can't convert old worlds yet to the experimental data pack. So yeah, that's a thing, right? So if you want to have fun and playing all this stuff, you have to create a new world. And things might break, like the chiseled bookshelf that we did at the beginning here. So once 1.19.3 comes out, I think you can definitely trigger it, but trigger the experimental features in a new world. But from any other data packs from now on, right, it might break stuff in those worlds as you keep updating it. And plus, it might break it at the end of the cycle if you do update it right to 1.20, right? So, as always, these things are experimental features. Play them at your own risk. Know the risks when you get into it, right? So that's a thing. Hey, LA, how's it going? Also, there's a new argument for execute command biome. Execute command. Oh, yeah. It's execute if unless biome position biome. Okay, so basically it just executes if there's a biome there, or unless there's a different biome there, right? So you basically do the thing where you have a command block, right, and you do biome, and then you do like the position of you, and then I think this is interesting because you could do this like instead of doing like if you were detecting a person and then changing the block underneath them to be like a different color for like like reverse eye or something like that, right? You can do that, but with biomes instead. You can do that with biomes instead. You just have like, oh, I'm the jungle man. I'm running around here. The grass underneath me is turning into jungle. But also, you can't really do that now because there are some bugs with the visuals with all the chunks reloading the biomes, right? So yeah. Tell me why the flu shot hurts more than the COVID shot. I have the opposite experience. And usually it's because the arm, or I get my every COVID shot I have, like it like destroys my arm, right? And it's only, I think it's because my arm that I always put it in is my right arm, and it's always tense, right? And usually if your arm is tense and they put the needle in, right, it'll stay tense, and it'll be a bad experience. So the flu shot never does this to me. It might be just a shot difference, but yeah. Very, very interesting. But yeah. If anybody has anything else they want me to check out, let me know. I think this is going to be the end of our look through, and I think we've looked through a lot of nice things at this moment. Because I do really like these new textures. I don't know where or how I should use them in this older build here. We could just change like some of that, right? very, very young bamboo, you know what I mean? But we still got the vertical, like the vertical orientation of this stuff, and we can change the orientation just by using them like regular logs, right? So yeah, you could just do, instead of having to do the regular plank stuff, right? Like this is like very similar, or I think even the same, right? As to regular planks. Oh, I have caps lock on. Sorry about that. So yeah, it's like it's the same texture, right? But now that you can do it from the side, right? Like you can actually do a bigger mosaic than before with these other planks. I mean with these stripped bamboo logs, right? So you can do this instead, like so, right? You can make your own little thing without having to go with all the planks. Yeah, little small mosaic there, right? So I think this is a very good change, especially it just gives a lot more control for builders, right? So yeah, that's like the bigger thing here. So you basically have like a stripped mosaic and not stripped mosaic. I need all these things. Yeah, but you get muscles. Your arms get inflamed. That's a muscle right there. Make a throne out of bamboo blocks and sit on it, lol. Bamboo blocks. Throne. I was gonna do a joke where I actually just make a toilet. That's my throne, guys. But yeah, we can do some bamboo little things here, and maybe some of that. Like that. We can make a throne here. We can probably use that. Maybe that, right? So what we can do is, okay, maybe I want something that goes off like that. Maybe we go like this kind of thing, right? something random as heck. Like that. I don't know. Some weird, really bamboo thing here. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of difficult to just build something off the cuff like this, and it's like a throne, right? I don't know. Maybe we could do like something on the back here, make it look like it's more enclosed, you know. There we go. Right. I don't know. It's quite an interesting thing. It's a little throne, you know. It's something. Ah, welcome to the Picklin Bamboo Throne. Yes. He doesn't keep talking. He has no choice but to stay on stream. Now you can stream by being the Bamboo King. Yes, I'm the Bamboo King. Yes. You see my Picklin head that moves side to side, or like that flops ears while I move, right? I think that does happen with the dragon head. I don't recall how prominent it is. Yeah. Even if I just move side to side, it'll look like I'm talking, right? But it's also better with the Picklin head because you're just looking at the dragon head head on, right? Like all the time, also. Yum yum yum, I'm eating this. I'm eating this bamboo piece. Oh, yum 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 yum. Actually, I could just do that, right? Looks like I'm eating like a cookie or something. Very interesting. But yes. Oh, what's going on? I'm the Bamboo King. I just made something out of bamboo with the new bamboo blocks. What's going on? But yeah, I guess this is a very short like thing here. Very short building session. It's not that great, I think. It's just a mishmash of blocks that I just used for apparently no reason, right? I mean, we can use the stripped as well. Like we could just put like a little bit like little accents there, maybe. Don't know. You do something like this, you know. I don't know. It's very interesting. You can just do a lot of combination of these items, right? It's I think it's okay. I think it's all right. You know, we can do something like that. Actually, I do really like how these flare out. I don't know how good it would actually be in a thing, but you know, that could be interesting. Right. Yeah, I don't care. I'm done with this. I think this is okay. Yeah, we just go Rickrolled. I was wondering if anybody would notice that. That would be. I mean, these are. I think you'd have to. I think these are. Okay, let's. What I mean to say is subtitles, right? I think these are just replicating the sound. It's not like a new no block sound, right? Yeah. Piglin snorts angrily. Yeah, I think it just draws from the regular sound file. So if you do want to change the no block sounds, you do have to change the sounds for every for the actual sounds of the mobs. So if you want to make a resource pack, you can do that. Very interestingly. There we go. Nice. But yeah, this is pretty good. Also, we didn't have we didn't have some of these blocks at the beginning here, so maybe we could change a little bit like this, you know, like a little bit like that, you know. I mean, I don't think that looks better. I don't know if that looked better or not. What else would look better here, you know? Could I just do like at the bottom, like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, whatever, we could do that. I am misclicking everything like that at the bottom, so it has a little bit of a difference there. Yeah, very interesting. I think it might look good if you do it in the water as well. Oh, I forgot biome blend is off. There we go. Like if you do something like this, right? Or if you flip it. Let's see. How different would it be if you flip it? I think this one is better. Yeah, I think this one is better. It looks more logged, you know? Like, if you never know, right? If you don't know about this trick, right? You get, like, dark oak. That's stripped. Dark oak, and then you get spruce, right? I forgot which one is below, but you can just do, like, something like this, right? It makes it look a little bit more saturated in the water. So that's an interesting building technique if you ever use these kind of logs in this orientation, right? And also it definitely looks a lot more saturated than just having a pillar, right? Yeah. Very interesting. Saturated with waterlogged. Oh yeah, we can make a drum pad with no blocks and resource packs. Let's go. Let's go. Also, there's too many iron golems. Let's kill the iron golems. Kill at E. Type equals iron golem. Die. Okay. There's too many iron golems. This was a village of iron golems with some villagers. You know what I mean? There were just some villagers and then like 400 iron golems right in that village. But yeah. Ooh. Thank you guys for coming out today. I think this is all that we have today. If you have any further inquiries, let me know right now. I'll be taking them for 1 minute. Oh, the piglet head got destroyed. I'll be taking any further inquiries right now. Any questions, anything. Too much iron, let's go. Look at all that iron down there. That was a a village of iron golems. And then I destroyed them with one simple command. Doctors don't want you to know this one simple command. The poppies are there to pay their respects. Now it's an iron ingot village. When does Java get it? I don't know. They haven't had a release date for 1.19.3, but everything will come in 1.20 without having to activate the data pack. And 1.20 should be coming out next summer. And you know, right now it's approaching winter of next year. So maybe they probably might release 1.19.3 before the Christmas winter holiday, right? Because they'll go on break at that time and then they'll come back, right? So the 1.19.3 might end development there. And so all the bug fixes that you see that are not related to the new 1.20 content will be available for people to update to. So any of these like bug fixes that you might like will be able to be used there. Also, you can activate the experimental data pack in the server side. So basically, you can activate the resource pack the data pack in the server.properties, and then you can play with these new features on servers and stuff like that if you want to. But otherwise, it is basically, I think they will just launch it before like the end of December, maybe even late November, as like pre-releases roll out in late November maybe, and then after they get back in like January or something, they might just work on 1.19.4 snapshots, and we'll get more like 1.20 features as well. Because remember, the mob head thing is a 1.20 feature. It's not going to be native to your 1.19.3 worlds once they do update to 1.19.3. So yeah, the only things that you will get are basically bug fixes, and this more simplifies the development cycle. So hey, Dream Plays. How's it going? My name is Almol, or Anmol. How's it going? Sorry for Al. Sorry for the Al. But yes, Finland had looked like an anime girl with a hat or a strong pig boy. See, that's the thing that's funny to me, right? Like, basically, if you don't see the anime thing, these are like the eyes, right? This is the head, you know, like this is the skin color, and then the rest of it is a hat, right? If you don't see that, like that's how some people view it, like, or some people saw to view it, right? Also, I'm looking through the nose. I'm looking through the nostril. Like the piglins look right through the nostril if they're using a spyglass. Just like her. I think that's funny. Yes, I am the nostril man. I'm the bamboo king. I'm every king in the world, you know? This is how things go. I don't know. Anything else? Acquire hardware. Oh, I picked up the corpses of the iron golems that we just killed. Great. But yeah, here we go. Definitely those eyes, not the nose. Definitely not through the... It kind of looks like I got a monocle, like Piglin got a monocle, you know? That's very interesting, you know? But yeah, I think this is going to be it for the stream. We've gone over everything besides the smaller little bug fixes that can be rolled up by the feature changelog stuff, because some of it does relate to those things. But a lot of the other things are just very small, miscellaneous things that do matter for lots of map creators and lots of lots of 1.20 features. But I think I think the inventory changes, even though they are 1.20-esque, right? Like they're a new thing. I think this will come to 1.19.3 because it would not make sense to keep this from the players ever since like you've got all this new stuff, right? Or you've got stuff that is now easily accessible through the inventory here. So I think these changes, even though they're very, very good overhauls, right, that may not even be considered bug fixes, might just come to the creative inventory regardless of if you have the experimental data packs on or off, right? So yeah. Hey, Shubham Patel. Piglin head can make piglins not attack from long range. Is that the case? I'll go into the nether. You better not be joshing me. I'm gonna die. Where's the piglin? There's the piglin right here. From long range. This guy has got a crossbow. Ah! I think I can actually kill a piglin. With my bare hands here. So I think they only have like 16 health, right? Yeah. Very, very easy to kill a crossbow piglin. Other piglins? No. They just... Oh, he's just sitting right next to lava there. Bookshelf glitch fixed or not? What do you mean by glitch? It's actually called gold, bro. Gold, it's gold. I don't know what you mean by glitch, though. What did they have as a glitch? Well, what do you mean by glitch here? Because we can do chisel bookshelves again, right? That's the first thing we looked at. Get a book, a block. Actually, I think this is better to just have like a bit of items here, right? So we do this. That's 6, right? You can do 1, 2, 4. I mean 5. Whatever. Take from 5. That is the 5th. That is the 5th there. So they changed it so that you can actually take from the slot that you're looking at, which is great. But yeah, that was like the first thing we looked at. Also, it's like barely a change, right? Like it's barely noticeable. But I really do like how how seamless these bamboo items are now with the scaffolding. Really nice. I think it was just a little bit lighter before. But yeah, okay, we're gonna be counting down from 1 minute till now. If anybody has any other suggestions to do, I will try them out. If we haven't already done them before, lo and behold, actually got it there. Nice. Got so many hanging sides, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we've gone over. It's pretty nice. All these good old things. All these good bug fixes and stuff like that. It's really nice. Also the camel's just like you want to see a piglin ride a camel? You'll see everything at this point. Yo, what's going on? Piglin riding a dashing camel. Let's go. Maybe I should put on gold armor for the... I mean, I can't open the creative menu while I'm in here. Like, I put on gold armor. Yeah, I'm totally a piglin, guys. You know that if bookshelf is full of book and you try to put that book... Try to put more of that book, it duplicates in the last snapshot? Huh. Interesting. I don't know what you mean by that. If you kill piglin with charge creeper, do they drop it? Yes, they do. We've tested it. It was painful. Lots of people died. I don't know what you mean by that. If it's filled with book, and if you try to put more of that book, it duplicates. Okay. I'm in survival. It shouldn't give me any duplicates. But I could take it out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not real sure if it works. Yeah, I don't know. Does it work? Is it even a bug? I didn't let me actually look at the changelog here. Is that a thing that was fixed? I don't see it. I don't see it in the 46 changelog. Let's go to 45. Well, there's no changelog. There's no thing on it. There's no note on it, so I'm not sure if it was a bug or you might have just been doing it incorrectly, because in creative mode you can always take and it will keep on doing it, but in survival mode it will not do that, right? So basically, if you have any enchanted book, right, you can do this And as you can see, it only used one slot there, but you would take from it and it will just fill out the regular rest of the slots. Because you're in creative mode, you can get infinite of these items and use them, right? Trying last week's snapshot. I am not gonna go back to older snapshots because we are already testing out things in this snapshot. I don't want to have to go back, and plus I don't think I can even open up back up this world in the last snapshot. So sorry about that. I cannot do as you wish here. But yeah, it doesn't say anything about like those kind of chiseled bookshelf fixes. Like, it wouldn't make sense not to put them in, mostly because no one's really going to like test it out, right? Like, no one's going to be playing in these experimental worlds not having to be able to upgrade until 1.20 comes out, right? Like there's like no reason to really do it. Plus you can't update old worlds to it, right? So it doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, if it was a bug and it was fixed, that's a good thing. Do give structure block? We can just get the structure block this way. Operators tab on. Go here. Structure block. Yeah. If you want to play in the snapshot, that's how you do it. Let's put down a structure. Structure name. I don't know what we can actually do here. I just do village. Minecraft. Corner. Save. Load. I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't give you an autocomplete stuff, because these, like, it's not in the structure. If you don't know how structure blocks work, they create a file for all your generations that you make, that you encompass within the structure block area, right, that you set yourself, right? Like, I could do this here, I think. Where's this way? This is negative. This is positive X, negative Z, whatever. So we can do this. Structure name, what is it called? Hut Dome. I'll just save it Hut Dome. Let's save it here. So relative position, we'll do it at that level here. Structure size, we'll do like, I think it's like 7 wide maybe. -7 in this direction, and then like maybe 8 above. Is that how it worked? Detect. No. Where's the line? Relative position. Show invisible blocks. No. Huh. Really not the structure size. I don't see an outline. Let's see. Oh, why isn't it? Why is 7 there? Okay, there we go. I couldn't do that. So maybe we'll do regular position and -7 there. -7 there, show invisible blocks off. Done like that. Okay. So actually we should do it like -6, right? It doesn't encompass everything. We do that, and we do 8, right? And that should be, we should also do 8 on this side, right? This would actually be -7 now. Then we do 8 on that side, right? So that should encompass everything. Yeah, should encompass everything. And I would just save it, right? So we got Hut Dome, and then now we can just copy out Hut Dome here. Their name Hut Dome. Load. Here, load. Maybe we'll do like 180. No, let's do 180 degrees or something like that. We need that. Relative position. We can move it. We can move it down by 1, and then we could move it like -8. Oh, we can actually just load it from 0, right? Yeah. There we go. -8. That's really far away, actually. Let's do 0 here, right? And then we do this. Load it. That's the thing, right? It also included the structure block inside of it, which is interesting. But yeah, probably shouldn't have done it with the structure block inside of it, but it loaded it with the structure block, and I rotated it somehow. But yeah, you can see it in YouTube. I'll go check it out later. If I can find it, and then I'll show it in the next snapshot stream. So if I find it, I'll show it in the next snapshot stream and see if it's fixed or not, right? But yeah. Also, that was copied over. I'll just delete that. There we go. Hey Ahmed, how's it going? I was cooking a egg. Sorry, do F3B. All the hitboxes, they're here. Very interesting. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, we copied over the HUD over here pretty easily. After I figured out what I was doing wrong there. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it, guys. Do we have anything else? Any more questions? Any more things to look at? I keep deleting the pickling head. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can just... No, I can't just right-click it. It's not like a regular armor thing, yeah. If I right-click it, just try to place it. Cake, yes. I knew that's what you meant. I just wanted to say what you spelled out there. I love aches. My arm aches. After getting a booster shot. But yes. We have 30 seconds left before the time to run out. I think that's going to be it for the stream, guys. I don't think there's anything else we should do. Sorry, Ahmed, for coming in so late to this. I had to do the stream right as the thing launched. Well, I actually did it like 15 minutes after the article went live. So yeah. You know I played mobile, Java edition. You know I play mobile, Java edition. Maybe we'll check out like the Bedrock previews later, but it should have like the same features like overall, I think. I don't know if they're actually doing the inventory changes in Bedrock edition. But those previews are interesting, I think. Because they're mixing this up, like, or what is it called? They're making it more consistent across each version when they update it, right? So basically, anything that you see here is being worked on both versions at the same time, instead of the Bedrock team or the Bedrock have to chase like Java development. So things should be coming out at the same time now, so that's good. Oh, really? I play in mobile. I do too sometimes. I'm on Windows for PC Windows, you know, and then I play on Switch sometimes, although that's really laggy, and I sometimes do some building in what is it called, on my iPhone. So yeah, I do play mobile, but I don't focus my time on mobile as well. But if you have both versions, that's great. Like me, if you actually bought it like, I think a year ago before October, you could have gotten both versions for one version for free after you buy it, right? So if you had Bedrock, you can get Java free. If you had Java, you get Bedrock for free or something like that. I forget what the deal was, but yeah, basically they're just trying to get people to be able to play both versions without having to think about like, oh, I have to buy both. But I think that deal is ended or something like that. But if you get Game Pass, you can play both of them. So if you just want to play both of them without having to buy both of them, you could just play Game Pass, or you could just buy a Game Pass. You also get access to the whole Game Pass library every month when it gets updated, right? So if you ever have that inkling, if you want to play both of them and you don't want to spend money on, I mean, you'd still have to spend money on both of them through Game Pass. But basically, if you pay for a month of Game Pass, you're basically paying half, and then you play it during that month. But if you just pay for full price for both Minecraft and Bedrock, Minecraft Java and Bedrock Edition, right? You will just pay like $32 or something like that. You have Discord? I play Hypixel server, Bed Wars. Interesting. I don't really play Bed Wars. I don't really play Hypixel anymore, basically because I don't have time to devote to those things anymore. I used to play a lot of it, but not Bed Wars. I played Hypixel before, a long time before Bed Wars was even a game mode. I think my favorite thing was the walls, but that was such a long time ago. But yeah, I have a Discord. It's always in the description. I think all the links should be in the description that are relevant to what I stream on or what the video is about, right? So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for us. I think we've done a lot. We've gone through a lot. But thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining. Look at that camel in the back. Have a good day, good night, good life. And I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully. And we'll stream some Pokemon at the end of this week if that Pokemon package arrives on time. Otherwise, I'm gonna be really sad. I'm gonna be really sad. I'm not one of those YouTubers that like goes on Facebook Marketplace just to get some sketchy copy gotten from like someone breaking street date. But yes, have a good rest of your days, guys. Goodbye. I'm the Bamboo Piglin King. Don't grow into me, Bamboo. Thank you. Bye.